Okay.
All right. Can you guys all hear me all right? Yes? Awesome. Okay. So good morning, everybody, and happy Halloween. My thought for you is on this concept, right, of do you remember a time when you really thought you could be anything? Right? Do you remember a time when the possibilities for your life were so big that it was hard to make a choice? It was hard to make a decision about what you wanted or what you didn't wanted. And even better, that imaginative place where you really could be something so different from what you see yourself as every day, right? That childhood thing of, you know, I want to be a yellow frog. I can be a yellow frog. I can be a unicorn. I can be a whatever I want to be. So there's something in that when we lose it, right, when we lose that feeling that there's possibilities for us, that's when we start to fall very deeply into that state of mind that is referred to as conditioned, right? We fall into that state of mind that says that I am the same as I was yesterday, or I have to be this way because of the way I was yesterday and all the yesterdays before. So I was going back over a Reiki training manual, actually, because I was doing my very first attunement for somebody. And I remembered that I reread that there's this little phrase or this little quote that goes along with a lot of traditional Reiki training. And basically paraphrasing says that for just today, I'm going to let go of worry. For just today, I'm going to really be completely focused on what's in front of me. Just for today, I'm going to really honor all those around me. Just for today, right? Tomorrow, who knows? But for today, this is what I'm doing. And so adapting that to this idea of staying in that place of the unconditioned self is just for today. Can you tap into those things that you've always wanted to be, but maybe thought that you never were? Right? Those qualities in you that, again, how do we choose Halloween costumes? We choose things that excite us. We choose things that are interesting. We choose things that get our imagination, you know, active. So what are the qualities of those things? Again, if you could be anything that you wanted, what would it be? And what are the qualities of that thing that you're reaching for? Because that you can reach for in you any day, right? You don't have to dress up. You don't have to pretend. You can be that. So the practice that we have is to work towards going more in that direction of the unconditioned self. I've been calling it the untethered mind this week. So that's my thought for you, is that for your inner Halloween experience, if you could be anything, what would it be? Doesn't have to be human. If you could be anything just for today, what would it be? And what are the qualities of that thing? What are the qualities of that entity? And can you feel them in yourself just for today? Maybe tomorrow it doesn't make sense, but for today, can you live as that, right? And this is the practice of untethering the mind from the story that we tell ourselves of this is the way that I've always been, or this is the way that I have to always be. Yeah? So comfortable seat, let your eyes close. If you could be anything, what would it be? Don't let your mind go into all of the reasons for why it's not practical, or you really don't want to be that for more than a day, or it would really not be fun. If you could be anything for just a day, what would it be? The qualities of that thing, can you feel that that lives in you already? Because you wouldn't crave it, you wouldn't want it, you wouldn't imagine it if there wasn't something in you already that resonates with it. You untether your mind. Let your breath get a little deeper. Just for today. If you're not imagining anything particularly specific for yourself, just for today, can you let go of worry? And just for today, can you let go of whatever your story is about your day-to-day normal life? Pick it back up tomorrow. Nice, then just gently begin to let the chin drop towards your chest. Do a little gentle rolling of the neck, so bringing the right ear towards the right shoulder. And then softening the chin back towards the center of the chest and going left ear to left shoulder and back to center just a couple more times, starting to wake up neck, shoulders. And either stay with that, or if you want to go for the full range neck roll, go ahead and do that, just rolling the head. Just for today, I will not begrudge my body its aches and pains. Just for today, I won't complain about whatever hurts. I'll just take care of it. Good. And then come back to center, please. Stretching the arms up overhead, interlace the fingers, press the heels of the hands up to the sky, push. Good. Yeah, reach long through your ribs, pull up, pull up, pull up. Awesome. And then bring hands together, bring the palms straight down, center line to your heart. We'll open with the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Let the eyes float open. Nice, you guys. You can release your hands. Please bring the hands to the knees or the thighs and start to circle your torso. Nice big spirals. And since the suggestion was because it's cold out and I was already complaining about having to go out in the cold this morning, if you want to do a little ujjayi breath in your practice today, it's that slight constriction at the back of the throat so that you hear your breath, feel your breath. Starts to tap into the inner warmth, the inner fire. Good. Again, those qualities that we already have in us, the outside world can often feel like we're running on deficiencies, constantly in reaction, until you tap into what's already in you. Go the other direction with your torso, please. And I thought about trying to tell you ghost stories today, but then, most of the ghost stories in yogic literature are not really ghost stories. They're actually stories about, beings who ended up being cursed or ended up being stuck as demons or stuck as something terrifying until someone comes along and frees them, right? And so what is that? They get cursed because of a way that they were living or a way that they were acting, that they're stuck in this ugly, scary form. And they themselves are stuck in that self-loathing, right? They hate the form that they're in. But then someone shows up and through their actions rescues them and they get to get transformed back into their real form. Come back to neutral spine, please. Cat, cow, hands still at the knees. So there's very positive endings for ghost stories in yoga. But that idea, right, that whatever you are doing habitually, whatever you are thinking habitually starts to wrap itself around you to the point that maybe you yourself get caught in the idea that that's really who you are. Maybe you hate it, but you're still stuck in it. And so the practice is to remember that even if what you're wrapping yourself in seems like it's really positive, it seems like it's really good, it's still not who you are. Untether your mind. Good. Come back to stillness, please. Roll forward onto hands and knees. Come back to downward facing dog. Your spine should be warm now. A little bit. Nice. Pedal the feet a little bit. Good. And then steady the heels towards the floor, please. Take your right leg up and back behind you, down dog split. Good. And then step that foot forward between the hands, lunge. Inhale the arms up to the sky, high lunge. Good. Take hold of your right wrist with your left hand, please, and pull to your left. Yep, keep that front knee over the front ankle. Keep pushing inner thighs wide, really reach through your ribs. Good. And then come all the way back up to center, please. Switch the hands, reach the other way. Same side lunge. Good. So you're keeping the hips steady. Keep pulling that right sit bone back and in. Scoop the belly. Send your right thigh forward a little more. Good. And then come back up to center, reach the hands back behind you, interlace the fingers at the low spine, bend the elbows, keep them bent, and then hug your upper arms. Even if you can straighten the arms, don't. Keep them bent. So you're really working the energy of your armpits and your shoulders. And then bow inside the front thigh. Good. Keep the elbows bent. So you can start to lift the hands slightly away from the lower back if that works, but I want you to keep the elbows a little bit bent so you're really working that rotation at the front of your arm bone. Collarbones lift up. Good. Nice, you guys. And then go ahead, straighten the arms if you'd like, or keep the elbows where they are. Awesome. And then release the hands down to the floor. Nice job. Drop the back knee. Both hands come inside the front foot. Make nice big circles with that hip. Beautiful. You got it. And I thought about telling you some of the stories about the gods, specifically Shiva and Vishnu, who are so good at their illusory powers, right? Pretending to be something that they are not, or looking a certain way. And there's a very funny one where Vishnu is supposed to be distracting a bunch of demons. And so he turns himself into a beautiful woman and starts, dancing very seductively. And Shiva doesn't realize that it's Vishnu. And so he's totally in love. And he's running, and she is running away from Shiva because she's like, no, not actually who I am. Come back to stillness, please. Good. Left hand plants right arm to the sky, in case that kind of story entertains you. Good. Spinal twist. So falling into that left hand a little more, and then tuck your back toes again. Lift the back knee up, still in your twist. That's it. Squeeze the feet towards each other. Reach your right arm back. Bring your shoulders up over your hips. Use same twist, but standing up. So bring your shoulders up over your hips. Right hand keeps reaching back. Left hand reaches forward. So a standing twist. Just bring your shoulders up on top of your hips. Yep. Standing twist. You got it. All the way up, Mark. Yep. No hands on the floor. You got it. Somehow that's the most complicated thing you'll do all day. All the way up, Victoria. Yeah. No hand on the knee. Uh-huh. Good. Swing the arms forward and up. High lunge. Shouldn't be so hard. Release the hands down to the floor. Good. Take your right leg up and back, down dog split. That's all right. It's still before 9 in the morning. Bend the knee, kick your heel in towards your butt. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Open the thigh. Open the hip. Good. Squeeze that heel in towards your butt so you're really using the strength of your leg here. That's it. And then left armpit pulls a little higher and wider. Awesome. And then send that knee facing down to the floor. Bring it forward, cross the body. So right knee crosses towards left elbow. Squeeze in. Armpits over your wrist. You got it. And then take the leg up and back behind you again. Down, dog split, reach. Good. And then release that foot down to the floor. Nice job. Slide forward to plank pose, upward push-up. Nice. Either stay here or knees to the floor. Breath of fire. Pump your navel. In and out through the nose. Good. You are so much more than you think you are. So stay relaxed here, but move the belly. Again, knees can be on the floor. Good. Deep breath in. And exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Nice, you guys. You will be warm. Left leg comes up and back, down dog split. Beautiful. Step that foot forward between the hands, lunge. Inhale, both arms to the sky, high lunge. Good. And then right hand holds left wrist, pull to your right. So leaning away from the bent knee first. Nice. Tom, just let that front knee go a little further forward. Good. Come back up to center, switch the hands, and then reach the other direction to the left. Good. Without letting your hips sway from side to side. So keep your hips really level. Nice, Laura. Good. And then come all the way back up to center, please. Take your hands back behind you. Interlace the fingers. Good. Bend the elbows, though. Keep them bent to begin. So you're really hugging the upper arms. You're stretching that area at the front of your chest where it meets your armpits. And then bow inside the front knee. Keep the elbows bent. And keep really working that squeeze of the upper arms, the hug of the armpits towards the middle of your back. I want your back to feel like it's squeezing, not just your arms. Good. Collarbones lift. Nice. And then drop your head a little lower. Don't let that left butt cheek pop out to the side. Pull it in. Good. And then stretch the arms to straight if you'd like, or stay right where you are. Awesome. Ujjayi breath. Stay with it if you'd like. And then release the hands down to the floor. Really good, you guys. Right hand, drop the back knee, both hands inside the front foot. Make your hip circles. Good. Nice. The power of those beings in the stories is either to mask themselves, to pretend to be something other than what they are. Or the opposite of that is that through their actions, through the situations of their life, they get wrapped in this persona that's not really them, right? And so which one of those are you? Are you someone or something that has become wrapped in this identity that maybe was started for you by someone else, or maybe you just got caught in it because your life just sped in that direction and now you're sure that you can't get out of it till someone comes to rescue you? Or are you working at being that being that's able to transform, turn yourself into whatever it is that you wish? Just for today, I will live this way. Come back to stillness, please. Lift the back knee up. Good. I know I came into the twist with your knee down last time. That's okay. Right hand on the floor, left arm to the sky, spinal twist. Good. Squeezing the feet towards each other. Awesome. Now take this into the standing twist. So you're just lifting your shoulders up on top of your hips. You're in a full standing high lunge, but your arms are out to a letter T. That's it. Good. You got it. Nice, Marla. Pull through that left arm just a little more so your ribs move back. That's it. Lift up through the front of your pelvis, you guys, and then kick that back thigh higher. Good. Lauren, knee forward, front knee forward. Beautiful. Swing the arms forward and up, high lunge. Good. And then release the hands down to the floor. Nice, you guys. Left leg comes up and back, down dog split. Good. Bend the knee, kick your heel in towards your butt. Stack the left hip on top of the right. Good. Squeezing that heel in. So you're not just stretching here, but you're actually really engaging your thigh. You're engaging the front of your thigh, the back of your thigh. Squeeze. Good. And then point the knee down facing the floor. Swing it forward towards your nose and then cross the body so your knee touches your right elbow. And keep it high. Try to touch the actual elbow, not just your arm, all the way up. Good. And then take it all the way up and back behind you, down dog split. Nice. And then release that foot down to the floor. Beautiful. Slide forward to plank pose, upward push-up. Lower down to the floor slow, coming through knees first if you need. Good. Point the toes, walk your hands a little wider, come into a wide-armed cobra. Good. So you can be up on fingertips if you'd like. Inhale, lift head, neck, and chest between the arms. Good. And again, I want you to be pushing into the hands so that you feel your armpits squeeze, your lower armpits squeeze. And then lift your collarbones up a little higher, but squeeze those armpits. Good. Press through the tops of your feet. Scoop your low belly up away from the floor, and then let yourself do a little twist from side to side. Good. I think it's very fun if you're in your imagination. I say anything that you want to be, what do you want to be? If your mind goes to somewhere a little bit dark, I like that. Right? Are you the kid who wanted to be a monster for Halloween or wanted to be Godzilla or whatever? Good. Come back to stillness, lifting the chest, armpit squeeze. And then release all the way back down. Plant the hands closer to the ribs, downward facing dog. Because just for today, maybe I can embrace those parts of me that I've said are not allowed or that I've been told are not allowed. Right leg up and back behind you, down dog split. Good. Bend the knee, kick the heel in towards your butt. Please stack right hip on top of left. Open, open, open. Good. Come up on your left fingertips where you are. So you're squeezing that knee in and then you're up on your left fingertips. Nice. And then release the hand, please. Point the knee down towards the floor. Step that right foot between the hands. Lunge. Good. Both hands come inside the front foot. Take that right shoulder up against the right knee and then slide the arm around behind your heel. So right hand comes to the baby toe edge of your right foot. Good. And you're lifting forward, lengthening forward with your shoulders. pulling back on your hips. So lift that back thigh a little higher. Good. There should still be a lot of weight in your back leg here. So if all your weight is in your front foot, move your weight back. Good. So Maria, instead of the twist, bring that left arm, since you're on that side, around behind your left calf. So you're actually wrapping the arm around your leg. Good, you guys. Nice. One more breath, and then go ahead for fun. Stretch your arms out wide. Letter T. Airplane arms. Yeah. Chest up, throat up. Good. All right. Nice variation, Stacy. Not quite what I was going for, but close enough. And then release the hands down to the floor. Good. Unwind your arms. Drop your back knee, please. Use a blanket if you'd like. Inhale the arms to the sky. Anjaneyasana. Good. And then hands to heart center, please. Prayer twist. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And if the prayer twist doesn't feel like it's a great idea yet, then left hand to the outside of the knee. Right hand to your lower back. No problem. Good. Push that knee wide into your hand. Open the chest. Yeah. Nice, Lynn. Nice, Handy. Beautiful. Come back to center, arms to the sky. Inhale. Get lighter. Pull your belly up off of your legs. Pull your chest up off of your legs. Good. And then release the hands down to the floor. Really good, you guys. Lift the back knee, please. Step that left foot forward just a little bit. Take both legs to straight Parsvottanasana. Good. Blocks under the hands if you'd like. Breathe a lot. Again, the Ujjayi breath is not only beneficial for creating or connecting to that internal heat, but it's a focal point for the mind. It becomes a relaxing, centering awareness. It helps train your mind to remain in that state of comfortable focus, even though your body is doing all of the various things that it's doing. So if you're practicing Ujjayi breath and you lose the ability to hear your breath, right, because your mind has gotten shifted, every time you come back to it, that becomes part of the meditative part of this practice. Good. Having the mind untethered from its story. How do we do it? Sometimes we give it something else to focus on. Nice, you guys. One more breath. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Scoop your belly. Drop your heart. Good. And then bend the right knee, please. Step forward, top of your mat. Good. Standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Nice. Bend your knees. Drop your sit bones low for chair. Inhale the arms up alongside your ears. Good. And then come up on your tippy toes, so lift your heels. And as you lift your heels, lift the front edge of your pelvis, drop your hips, go a little lower. Little lower. Little lower, like you're just gonna sit on your heels. Ah, there you go. And then heels flat to the floor. Really good, Stacy. Nice, Harriet. Nice, Alice. Nice, Laura. Come all the way up to stand. Good job. I know the coming up to stand was harder. Beautiful. Hug your right knee up and towards your chest. Beautiful, you guys. Just for today, I will do things that I don't usually do. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Bend your left knee. Come back cross-legged chair. Good. Flexing the foot. Nice. Nice. Working that left glute, working the left sit bone muscle around the sit bone. Beautiful, you guys. Bring the hands together if they're not there already. Bring the forearms forward onto that front shin. Good. So resting on the instep of the foot, maybe the inside of the knee. Maybe you're not even that far forward. That's okay. But drop your butt. Yes. Good, good, good. And then come all the way back up to stand, please. Straighten that leg. Cross the right ankle over your left. So your straight legs, but right ankle crosses over left. Good. Inhale the arms to the sky. Take hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Pull to your left. Good. Draw your right hip back in space so it's not twisting forward. You're pressing equally into both feet. Yeah. And then come back up to center, please. Release the hands, fold forward. Keep the ankles crossed, hands to the floor or blocks. And keep that right hip spinning back and the right low belly lifting up. Good. Press into your feet, scoop your belly, push your sacrum to the sky. That's it. Good. And then slowly release, please. Unwind the legs. Nice job. Step back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Left leg comes up and back, down dog split. Bend the knee, kick your heel in towards your butt, stack the left hip on top of the right. Good, come up on your right fingertips. So again, you're just playing with the concept of balance there. Good. And then release the fingertips, point the left knee down towards the floor, and then step the left foot between the hands. Good, both hands come inside the front foot. Shoulder comes right inside your left knee, so it's literally touching. And then your left hand slides behind the heel. In your forearm, you're wrapping your arm around that front leg from the inside, from behind, you're wrapping it around. And then both hands are on the floor, you're lifting your chest forward, you're pulling your hips back. Scoop your belly, drop your hips here, you guys, but keep your thigh lifted, weight in that back leg. Good. So most of you know that there's opportunity here to do some balancing, some crazy leg balancing and stuff. And we can only do that if the weight is equally on both feet. So use your back leg. Good. And then for fun, stretch your arms out wide, letter T. Keep that left arm underneath the left knee if you can. Good. I know it's an awkward position. Yoga is mastering awkward positions. For a moment, you're an airplane, you're a bird, you're whatever you imagine yourself to be. And then unwind, please. Take the hands back to the floor. Good. What the heck did I have you do next? Drop the back knee. I remember. Use a blanket if you'd like. Arms to the sky. Anjaneyasana. Good. Hands to heart center, prayer twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Nice. And again, if a full prayer twist does not feel like it's helpful right now, does not feel like it's valuable, then right hand to outer knee, left hand to your low back. Good. Squeeze your navel towards your spine. Open the chest. Armpits pull towards the middle of your back. Good. Andy, drop your chin slightly. Pull your throat back. That's it. Nice, Victoria. Come on back to center. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Good. You guys pull up. Yeah. And then release the hands. Nice, Mark. Good. Lift that back knee. Step the right foot forward just a little bit. Parsvottanasana. Straighten both legs. Nice, you guys. Good. Squeeze the top of that left hip and thigh back and in. There you go. Good, Stacy. And stay with your breath. Right, that imaginative quality of I can be whatever it is that's necessary for me to be. So again, the gods, you see this with the gods more often than with the demons, that they, use their illusory powers for good. So Vishnu is really good at this as he turns into whatever he has to be. So sometimes it's a beautiful woman to distract someone. Sometimes it's a tortoise, right? He has a lifetime where he is born as a dwarf, a fish, all sorts of strange beings. And again, it's for the good of existence, it's for the good of the world. So just for today, for the good of the world, for the good of your own world, what are you going to be? And can you live as that? Again, just for today, there's no pressure, no story of what it's supposed to mean tomorrow, but just for today, can you untether your mind? Good. One more deep breath. Squeeze the feet towards each other. Scoop your belly. Drop your heart. The more you scoop your belly, the more you can drop your heart. Good. And then bend that left knee. Please step the right foot forward, top of your mat, straighten the legs and bow. And again, bending the knees, dropping your sit bones low for chair. Inhale the arms up alongside your ears. And then playing with coming up on your tippy toes, lifting the heels up. Good. Scooping through the front of your pelvis. Bend your knees a little more. Drop your butt. The more your butt drops, the more your chest lifts. As your butt lifts, like you're just going to sit right on your heels. Really good. Nice, Laura. Nice, Stacy. Good, Laura. Good, Lisa. Nice, Susan. Press your heels down. Come all the way up to stand. That's the hard part. Whoa. Good. Nice job, you guys. Pull the left knee up and towards your chest. Squeeze it in. Left ankle over right thigh. That's not the same side that we did before, right? Okay, bend your right knee, cross-legged chair. Good, butt goes back. Yeah, same thing here. Your butt goes back, but your chest stays just a little bit lifted so that you're lengthening your spine. And then hands at heart center, bring the forearms forward, bring your elbows forward to rest on the inner knee, inner edge of the foot, but keep dropping your butt. So it's literally that right thigh is coming parallel to the floor. It's not easy to do and it's not easy to maintain, but try to contract that glute, work with that thigh. Good. And then come all the way back up. Really good, Victoria, you got it. Nice, unwind please. Cross that left ankle over the right thigh, or over the right ankle, sorry. Left ankle over right, and then inhale the arms to the sky. Good, left hand holds right wrist. I'm wrong, right hand holds left wrist, and then pull to your right. Yeah, so you should be leaning away from the foot that is in front, leaning away from the left foot. Draw that left top of your hip back and wide. Nice. Come back up to center, please. Don't change the feet. Release the hands. Bow forward, hands to the floor or blocks. Keep the ankles crossed. Good. Trying to find big toe and baby toe of both feet. Nice. Don't let the knees hyperextend. So that back knee has to bend forward just a little bit so your hips move forward. And then press your butt up to the sky and press through your heels. Good. Nice, you guys. And then unwind the feet, please. Standing forward fold. Beautiful. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Good. Slide forward to plank pose, upward push up. Again, stay here or knees to the floor. Breath of fire. Pump your navel in and out through the nose. And again, if breath of fire makes no sense to you today, even with the knees on the floor, stay with Ujjayi breath. Good. Don't make your breath of fire forceful. It's an easeful breath, even though it's an active breath. Good. Inhale fully. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Nice job. Drop down to the knees, child's pose. It is true that when we're home, we're not doing enough breath of fire unless you're getting up every day and doing a Kundalini practice, which I don't believe you are. Good. Breathe into the lower back, please. Beautiful. And then walk yourself back up. Come to sit on your butt. Lucky you. Bottoms of the feet together, knees wide. Baddha Konasana. Good. Stretch your arms out wide, letter T. And then bring the right arm over top of the left in front of the chest, wrapping the forearms for eagle. Good. Drawing the armpits back. Nice. And then start to make little circles with your elbows. Beautiful. So to add to your imagination, not only do you get to decide if you could be anything, what would you be, but if you had any sort of animal companion, what would it be? It's also in all the stories of the deities is that they all have a vehicle. They all have something that they ride upon. And sometimes it makes a lot of sense, right? Vishnu rides on a giant eagle. Shiva rides on a giant bull. Sometimes it seems to make no sense. Ganesh, the giant elephant, rides on a mouse. What do you surround yourself with? Come back to stillness, please. Lift your elbows nice and high. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your elbows down and in towards your belly. Round your back, bow forward. Good. Keep the shoulders wide away from the ears. So as you drop into that roundness, you're not collapsing. Good. And then come all the way back up. Nice. Stretch your arms out wide. Good. Right hand reaches for left knee, please. Left hand comes behind you, spinal twist. Good. And then come back to center, arms wide. Left hand comes to right knee, right hand comes behind you, spinal twist. Keeping your sit bones anchored to the floor. Good. And then come back to center, please. Arms wide. Cross the arms the other way, left arm over top of right. Wrapping the forearms for eagle. Yep. So whichever way you didn't just have your arms wrapped, wrap it the other way. And then start to make little circles with the elbows, please. Good. Trying to keep the arms as still as possible. So whatever the arrangement of the arms are, so you're not letting the arms kind of fall all over the place, is you're keeping that connection of the forearms pressing together, and you're really letting the action of that circling come from your back. So keep the armpits drawing towards the center of your spine. Nice. Good, you guys. And then come back to stillness, please. Inhaling, lifting the arms a little higher, lifting the elbows a little higher. And then exhaling, bring the elbows down and in, round your back. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears, so you still got to lengthen the back of your throat, even though the chin is dropped. Lengthen the back of your throat. Good. And then come all the way back up. Nice. Stretch your arms out wide. Right arm to left knee or right hand to left knee. Left hand behind you, spinal twist. And then keep that right hand where it is. Float the left arm up to the sky. Lean over to the right. Take the left arm over the ear. Still in the twist. Yeah, so Lisa, right hand to your left knee again. Yep, there you go. You got it. And then come back up to center, please. Good, stretch the arms out wide. Good, twist the other way, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. And again, if you're on a different side than me, no problem. Just make sure you're twisting to both sides. Good. Then left hand stays where it is. Right arm floats up off the floor. Lean to your left. Just for today, I will not care that you're doing something other than what I said. Good. And then back up to center, please. Nice job. Good. Hands straight ahead of you. Fold forward, Baddha Konasana. Good. We imagine it in many other places. We call this pose butterfly, but actually translates to bound angle. Good. My story can be something that binds me, or my story can be something that allows me freedom. You're the one writing it. Walk yourself back up, please. Nice job. Cross the ankles, roll forward to hands and knees, downward facing dog. Good. Right leg comes up. Shorten your dog a tiny bit if you'd like. Take your feet slightly forward. And then right leg comes up and back behind you, down dog split. Good. Bend the knee, kick your heel in towards your butt. Good. Start to stack that hip again. So right hip over the left. And then up on your left fingertips. And then play with either reaching that left arm straight forward. You could even take it out to the side. It's another option. So balancing, or reaching back with that hand to try and find the foot or the ankle. Good. If you're reaching for the foot, you still have to stay in the twist though. Ah, nice. Don't reach frantically. Use your breath. Really good. And then slowly release, stretch that leg back behind you. Good. And then take the right foot forward between the hands, lunge. I know, don't get caught up in what just happened or didn't happen. Take both hands inside the front foot. Good. Wrap that right shoulder inside the knee again. Take the arm around behind the baby toe edge of your foot. Plant those hands. Same pose you were in before, shoulders forward. Lift more into your hips, lift more into that back leg. Come up on the ball of your front foot. So you got to have those arms in that chaturanga position. So elbows are slightly bent, but you're squeezing. Good. And then you're curling into your low belly. Lift your hips higher. And then see if you can take your right toes up off the floor, balancing that right leg on the upper arm. Good. Back thighs got to lift up, 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 up. Good. Nice, Lauren. Beautiful, you guys. And then slowly release, please. Good. Swing that leg back and around. Unwind the arm, downward facing dog. Nice. Slide forward to plank pose, upward push up. Lower down slow, coming through knees first if you need. Rise up cobra, lift head, neck, and chest. Good. Downward facing dog. Nice. There's a lot of stories of snakes in the yogic tradition as well. The nagas that live beneath the ground, that live beneath the earth. Left leg up and back behind you, down dog split. Sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they're not. Bend that knee, kick your heel, and stack the left hip on top of the right. Good. And then up on your right fingertips, playing with balance so the hand can reach straight forward to float up off of the floor. It can reach straight out to the right, which might feel like it's more secure, or you can play with reaching back to find the foot or the ankle. You got to keep squeezing that left hand and your right foot towards each other. And again, don't reach back frantically. Good, nice, Stacy. Good, Mark. Nice, Susan. Good, Marla. And then slowly release. Good, Laura. You got it. Nice. And then stretch that leg back behind you and then step the left foot between the hands, lunge. Good job, you guys. Both hands inside the front foot. Left shoulder snuggles into that left knee. Slide the hand behind the heel. Good. If I just keep throwing ridiculous things at you, you'll forget about the one that happened before, right? Exactly. Bring the chest forward. Lift that back thigh a little higher. Good. And then really scoop that belly, come up on the ball of that front foot. So lift your heel. You got to push into your arms, a little bend to your elbows. So if you go to straight arms here, you're going to get stuck. You're going to get locked. And then see if you can start to lift that left foot up off the floor. It means that that left thigh has to be super engaged. Good. It can't just be resting there. You have to really be reaching through the left leg, point the toes or flex the foot, but active. Good. And then kick that back thigh higher. And you can play with one day that back foot, that back leg can come off of the floor as well if your elbow's going to hook into the inside of your ribs. Nice, Alice. Good. And then slowly unwind. Really good, you guys, whatever happened there. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. Slide forward to plank pose. I won't say breath of fire because you'll cry. Lower down to your belly and stay. Make a pillow with your hands if you'd like, or turn one cheek to the side. Nice, you guys. Untethering your mind from what comes next. Just for today, I will be free of worry. Right? Just for today, I will be free of my fears of the future, fears of the present, fears from the past. Maybe just for today, I will embrace those fears and will become something that is more powerful because of them. If it's not going to work tomorrow, that's okay, because I'm doing it just for today. Just for today, I can be anything that I want. I can connect to any piece of myself fully. Again, I mentioned these things like, there's stories of all of the beings that are non-human. The giant serpents and the celestial musicians and the nymphs and all of these things. And it's said that what they get excited about doing is they transform themselves into human beings. There's an excitement for them to be in this human form. So who knows, maybe on a soul level, you are in fact one of those giant serpents. You are in fact one of those celestial beings. And just for today, you're convinced that the story of your life is the identity that you are. So can you untether yourself from that feeling that what you have experienced is all that you are? And can you imagine that anything that you wish to be, you can connect to that, you can be that? Qualities of what you want to see, qualities of what inspires you. It's already in you. Good. Come up onto your forearms for a moment. Come into Sphinx pose, pressing down into the forearms, elbows underneath your shoulders, lift the chest. Nice. Beautiful, you guys. Long throat, dropping the chin slightly, but pulling the ears back. That's it. Nice, Lisa. Beautiful. And then turn your right forearm more parallel towards the top of your mat. Take your legs together. You're going to roll onto your right hips. You're coming into a forearm Vasisthasana, forearm side plank. So you're rolling towards that right hip. Press into that forearm. If you need to cross the feet here, you can. Otherwise, stack the feet. And then really press into that arm, scoop into that belly, lift those hips up off the floor. Side plank, balancing on the baby toe edge of that foot. Left arm to the sky. Vasisthasana. I personally think that the forearm version is more difficult than a regular. So if you agree, you're in good company. Reach that left arm over your ear, reach long. Good. Pull. Round those ribs up to the sky. Round your hips up to the sky. Nice. Beautiful. And then slowly release. Come on back down. Good. Roll back towards the belly. Take a cobra pose. So come all the way back onto the belly, onto the chest. Walk your hands back. Rise up to cobra. Give a little reset to your chest. Good. And then release back down, please. Come back up onto the forearms. Good. And then left forearm turns in towards or parallel towards the top of your mat. Turning onto your left hip. Coming into side plank on the other side, lifting the hips up, pressing into the left forearm. Good. And not unusual, again, for me, I often have to put something underneath my elbow because the direct pressure on the bone just doesn't feel good. So if that's true for you also, feel free to modify that. Right arm over the ear, reach long. And then really round. Push your hips up to the sky, push your ribs up to the sky. Good. Awesome, you guys. And then release, come all the way back down, back to your belly. Do one more cobra pose, so planting the hands alongside your ribs. Rise up, head, neck, and chest. Good. And then release back down to the belly, please, and flip over onto your backs. Yay. I don't know, I still really like when, I don't always do it on purpose, but when I do a whole class, we didn't do a single warrior pose. I'm kind of happy about it. Come onto your back. Right, untether yourself. There's no requirement that you do this pose or that pose. Good. Your right ankle on top of your left thigh, please. Lift your left shin parallel to the floor. And reach through to hold. Drawing that thigh in. Nice. Good. And then inhale your breath as you exhale, pull that leg in even more, lift head, neck, and chest. So lift your shoulders up off the floor, maybe reach through to reach for your shin or your ankle. So reaching further towards that left foot, squeeze the legs in. Still press that low back down to the floor. Still draw your shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze into your navel. Good. And then slowly release, please. Unwind. Hug the right knee in towards your chest. Extend that left leg straight out to the floor. Nice. And then right hand comes inside the right knee. Reach for the baby toe edge of your foot. Come into half happy baby. So stack the right heel on top of the right knee. Good. Relaxing that shoulder down towards the floor. So if your shoulder is hiked up really high, instead of holding the foot, I want you to hold your ankle. Drop your shoulder. If your shoulder is still really high holding the ankle, I want you to drop your ankle and hold behind your thigh. Relax your shoulder. Good. Do keep your heel up towards the ceiling. That's it. Nice, you guys. Good. And then keeping the angle of the thigh right kind of where it is. Start to straighten that right leg. So you're coming into like a hamstring stretch split, but the foot's going to be over your shoulder. Your leg's going to be over your shoulder instead of straight on with the chest. That's it. Good. Inner knee still pushes a little wide. Good. Nice, you guys. And then hug that knee all the way back in towards your chest, squeeze. And then take it across your body, spinal twist. Yeah, left arm going wide. And then option here to straighten that leg. So you come into a straight leg twist. Again, you can keep holding behind the thigh or reaching for the ankle or the foot. If it feels better to keep the knee bent, keep it bent. Just for today, don't worry about it. Good. If you could be anything, what would it be? If there's a dream you had for yourself that you lost somewhere, pick it back up again. Untether yourself from the story that you cannot be what you've always wanted to be. Slowly bring yourself back to center, please. Hug that knee in towards your chest. Good. And then step that foot down to the floor, please. Bring the left knee in, stack left ankle on top of right thigh. Lift the right shin parallel to the floor, reach through to hold. Good. And usually I follow that sort of statement with things like, well, if you always wanted to be an astronaut and you haven't, put any work into doing that, it's probably not going to happen in this lifetime. So if that was your dream, maybe shift the idea of that dream away from being an astronaut to how can I be more involved with space, the stars, planets, whatever drew you to it in the first place. And that's that untethered place where there's many, many ways that you can write the story of yourself. There's many, many ways that you can experience everything that you are drawn to, care about, are interested in. You have to stay in that state that is untethered. Good, deep breath in. As you exhale, lift head, neck, and chest. Pull those legs in, maybe reaching the hands towards your ankle or towards your foot. Good, squeezing in. Nice. Relax the shoulders. Use your navel to squeeze in. Awesome, Marla. Good, Stacy. Good, Maria. You're doing something different, but it looks good. And then slowly unwind and release. Good. Hug that left knee in towards your chest, please. Extend the right leg straight down to the floor. Then left arm reaches inside the knee. Start with the ankle or the foot or wherever you know that you're going to have to hold your leg. Stack that heel on top of the knee, half happy baby. Good. And again, holding on the leg wherever allows your shoulder to release towards the floor a little bit more. And it's very possible that even holding the foot, even if your shoulder is hiked up, it might feel good. It might feel good on your shoulder. It might feel like there's the kind of the pressure of the foot and the shoulder opening up something there. And if stick with it. Good. Knee a little wider, Laura. Heel in a little more. There you go. Don't cause yourself strain trying to hang on to a pose a certain way. Nice, you guys. Start to straighten that left leg, please. Again, holding wherever you're holding. So you're coming into that sort of angled split. Good. Keep that right thigh anchored down to the floor. Keep your left low belly drawn in so you're anchoring the left side of your sacrum. Flex the foot. So Lauren, still rotate your knee a little bit wider as though you're in half happy baby. There you go. Yep. And keep that right side pelvis rooted down to the floor. Yep. Good. Nice, you guys. And then bend that knee back straight in towards your chest. Good job. And then come into spinal twist. Bring the knee across your body over to the right. Left arm goes wide or up over the ear. An option is to straighten that left leg. Good. Again, holding behind the thigh or finding the ankle or the foot is great. If you have furniture, probably the best way to do a straight leg twist is to be able to stick your foot up against something because then you'll really hold the angle of the leg. Pressing into furniture or a wall is fantastic. Good. And then bringing yourself back into center, please. Hug that knee back in. Nice. And then bring both knees in towards the chest. Separate the knees, reach for full happy baby, reaching for the feet and the ankles. Beautiful. And then bottoms of the feet come together. Drop your heels towards your groin, but don't drop the feet. Keep your knees angled up towards your armpits. That's it. Good. And then squeeze the knees all the way back together. Lift head, neck, and chest. Forehead to your knees. Squeeze. And then slowly release, unwind, taking the legs straight out in front of you, arms alongside you, palms up for Shavasana. Let play into your mind again, the dream, the idea, whatever you have always wanted to be, the great vision that you have of yourself, your ideal self. Not your mind story of what that is, but your internal experience of what it would be to simply be everything that you wanted to be. Breathe with that. Very gently allow your breath to begin to deepen. Letting the body begin to stretch and move in whatever ways serve it well. As you're ready, draw your knees in towards your chest and roll to your right side. And taking a moment there before you begin way. Come back to an upright seated position. Bring the hands together in front of the heart center, palm to palm, or whatever other mudra has been serving you well. So untethering your mind doesn't mean you give up on everything that you think that you are. But it means that you allow there to be a space for that story about what you can be and what you can't be to change. Because it's not about what you've been doing, again, wrapping yourself in the identity of I've done this or I've experienced that and therefore I am. The I am is the untethered part. So we're constantly looking for that state of the using even the imagination to say, just for today, can I step out of that story? Just for today, can I let myself feel what I really feel without censoring it, without turning it into something else because that's what I'm used to doing? So just for today, can I be everything that I've always wanted to be? Can I tap into that? And just for today, can I embrace all parts of myself? Just for today, can I embrace this embodiment as something that isn't trapping me, but that gives me the chance to really play? So just for today, do all of that. And if that sounds like too much, just work with for today, I let go of worry. And if that sounds like too much, just for today, I'm going to breathe freely. You can be anything. You have to tap into that untethered space inside. We'll close the sound of Om, deep breath in. Sliding the thumbs up to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day, great rest of your weekend. If you are interested in being in the studio for class with me tomorrow, that is available. You just have to sign up ahead of time so we know who's coming because spots are limited. So if you're interested in that, take a look and then have fun today. You know, maybe be inspired to dress up and terrorize your neighborhoods or something. I don't know.